Well, as you can see, put all the baths in for the birds. Nice hot day again today. Not too much report from different from last week actually. I'll show you some of the chicks in a minute while these have all finished bathing. I've put the weaned chicks there. They've got a large dish of water in there. They're all jumping in there, having a good bathe. I do like watching them have a good wash. Okay. That little buff yellow hen, she does prefer a tub in the. I doubt if she'll get into that bath. She does prefer a little dish to bathe inside the actual cage. So I'll put her one in a minute and let her have her bath. There you go. And soaking wet Raza. He's loving it, the cockbird there, having a good bathe. Chick wise, and if you recall, I've split that hen off now, the one that didn't produce anything, so she's ended her breeding season with nothing, unfortunately. Although I'm toying with the idea of trying her with my best cockbird, seeing if, although he's been with another good hen all year, I'm toying with putting him with her and just seeing if he'll fill some eggs with her. But otherwise I might see if she goes to, because she's got the three chicks here, which are all doing well. If she starts another nest and lays some more eggs, I might let her have one more round. But I'm not going to but she'll be the only one. These four are doing fantastically. I won't go any closer because they'll jump out the nest, but they're about to leave the nest. But there's a lovely coloured white one there. That one's got nice markings. That one has two darks and a variegated. And then in this nest, there's a little single chick, which of course is from my best pair up those two, because that was the egg that I saved. So yeah, funny old year breeding. I've got some nice chicks, undoubtedly, but so I'm not complaining too much. But that bloody hen, there you go. Look at her plucking the chicks again. I put a load of nest material in for her to try to stop her from plucking those chicks too much, but yeah. But I'll be splitting them up once these are weaned and out of the nest. They'll be splitting up. I won't be letting them go again. To be honest, the quality of the birds from those two isn't that great, so I'm not worried about maximising the yield from those two. They're okay birds, but they haven't quite got a good shape, and that's from the cockbird. That is, I knew that when I put them together, to be honest. But it has. I've got some nice colours out of them. And they will be nice birds to have in the bird room. Just I'll keep them separate from my actual proper line of Razas, probably. because there she goes, plucking again. Yeah, you. Cockbird. Soaking wet. But these all done really well. One of the green ones was trying to have a little warble yesterday while the blue cock was singing. I'll just pull back actually. But you know, they often all that doesn't mean it's a cockbird. Could do, but they often, all the little young birds tend to have a little. Now that's a very delicate. That's a very nice bird. That one. Yeah, I think she's gonna be quite good. But yeah, nothing. There's nothing too earth-shattering has happened. But yeah, it's going to be. I'm going to have to think of things to when the breeding season starts to wind down. Although I will be training the birds in show cages and that, so I'll be able to show you them individually. And then if I do any shows, we'll see how that goes. But otherwise, I'll struggle to think of things to do in a weekly video. I've noticed that a lot of people, they don't bother. People who have YouTube channels, they tend to stop through the winter and not bother doing a video. But I'll try to continue, because you've still got to keep your birds through the winter. It's not just a breeding season hobby. So we'll go through for next season. Obviously this winter I'll go through picking my pairs, any new birds that I may get, and conditioning them for next year's breeding season, of course. And you'll be able to see which young birds from this lot I keep and breed from next year. And I will be adding definitely one species, maybe two, of birds to that collection, so to speak. Yeah, having a good soak. Yeah, been watching quite a lot of interesting channels recently. One chap who always seems to have a blistering breeding season, George McVeigh, up north with his birds. He's got a lot of nice birds on his channel, updates quite regularly. And then of course I'm presuming everyone watched the Canary Room special yesterday, where he visited O.C. Avery's and his collection. That was a very interesting episode for any bird keeper, whether you keep them or not. That Oliver's O.C. Avery, he's got a lot of lovely birds, he has. And especially his Twite project, that's very interesting. Worth keeping tabs on and seeing how that develops in the future. Anyway, I'm babbling as always. So yeah, just a short little update. Oh, look what that hen's done. Look at this. She's thrown the nesting material on top of the chicks. Not very nice, was it? Look at that. Anyway, next week I'll show you all. Or during the week I might do a top-up video actually, and show you all these chicks in a bit more detail. I would have taken them out and shown you if I had all the birds I have in Bath. And as I say, those four down there, they will just explode out of the nest, so I won't be going nowhere near them. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't have a bath. She's normally the one who wants to have a bath. It's funny, that cockbird. Although I always trim all their nails and make sure all their nails are trim and not sharp at the beginning of the breeding season, about mid-February, mid to end February I do that. But I might have even mentioned this, but a couple of weeks ago I saw that his nails were really long for some reason. They just obviously grew quite quick. All the others are fine, and his nails actually crossed and trapped his legs together, and he fell over. So I picked him up, had to get him out and trim him all again. Short, but obviously he's fine. But yeah, very unusual. Normally I only have to trim them once a year, but anyway, on that note, hope your bird's doing well if you're breeding yourself, and still thinking about what birds to add next year. Maybe some red poles. I would love some goldfinches, to be honest. So I may go down a few pairs of British. I've got a friend, someone I know in Kent. He mules a lot, and he breeds mealy red poles and some goldfinch hybrids. If I got any, I think it would be red poles and goldfinch possibly. And someone did suggest about muling them with Razas, the goldfinch mule, possibility. That actually might be a thing to do with some of the birds that are from the pair, that like Razas that aren't quite up to standard. I could use them for muling. There's an option. Maybe look at that. I may look at that. Anyway, any suggestions? If you have any ideas for videos I should do, or birds to look at in the future, let me know. And yeah, good luck with your season. Thanks for looking in. Cheers. Bye.